All right, so today I am joined by Denver drag extraordinaire Lulu Krystals. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. So tell me, how excited were you to bring Denver drag excellence to this new season of Camp Wannakiki?
I couldn't be more excited. I mean, we've had so much representation from Denver and from Colorado on Wannakiki in previous seasons. But this year I was just excited to go in and bring the best that I can and hopefully break the Denver curse.
Okay, what's that Denver curse?
Okay, so the Denver, I mean, so we've had Kylie Michaels from Denver on season 3 and my drag mother, Dixie Crystals, last season on season 5, and they both took a hike first.
Okay, okay.
So
So
we're
fingers
trying to get
crossed.
we're trying to get someone in who can make it to episode 2.
Hopefully that would be you, yes. But
Yeah.
overall, what can audiences expect from this show? Who, for those who don't really know what Camp Wannakiki is?
Yeah, I mean, so Camp Wanakiki really takes I mean, for lack of a better term, the campy side of drag, and really showcases that. The fun-loving, funny, outgoing, bigger, larger than life kind of personalities in drag
Mhm.
is really what's represented in Camp Wanakiki, and so it's just a lot of fun to watch. And
Okay,
yeah,
awesome. And why did you want to be on the show?
I've always found myself to be that kind of like campy person. When my mom would ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I would always just say Jim Carrey. So that was a huge catalyst, I think, for this vehicle to be silly and zany and really not take myself too seriously, in drag. And so,
Mhm.
yeah.
Awesome. And now, are you actually a fan of camping in the outdoors? Like, did you go camping as a kid, or what's the story behind that?
I love camping in a camper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, in a camper.
or a hotel. If I could set
So
up a tent
glamping,
in a room, glamping.
glamping.
Yeah.
My kind of
I'm,
travel. Yes.
I'm a great glamper. I'm a great glamper. Uh, I have been, really like roughing it, setting up the tent and sleeping on the ground. And I've done it. Not my favorite, but I've done it. I will say probably my favorite thing about really old school camping is probably like the bonfires and
Okay.
making schmoes, and
Mhm.
we called them hobo pies, where you had the little and you had like a little skillet
Yes.
and you put the
Mhm.
bread in it. We would always do pizza toppings,
Nice, nice.
shove
Yeah.
it in the coals and you let it. That was my favorite part.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I've actually never been camping like that before.
No.
I never had any interest in it. I was in Cub Scouts when I was a kid, but I actually dropped out when they said you had to go on camping trips. I'm like, I don't want to do this. It just seems awful to me. So yeah, like I said, I'm a glamper. Put me up in a hotel, put me up in a camper, I'll take that.
There you go. Yes, that's the way I prefer to camp now.
Yes, now.
Yeah.
So what did you personally gain from this experience by being on Camp Wanakiki?
um Apart from 9 other amazing drag entertainers from all over the US and even from Canada.
Mhm.
Aside from that new family, I mean, I think I really gained a sense of self-worth, kind of. Sometimes you go in or sometimes even just in general in life, you really second guess yourself, and if and what I'm putting out, is it the best product? And just being there, and it really gave me the realization of like, wow, I'm doing something right to have made it this far, to be on a platform now, that is streaming. It really gave me that sense of value of
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm doing the thing, I'm
Mhm.
on the right track. So I gained a lot of that from Camp Wanakiki, and like I said, my 9 other campers, my brothers and sisters in drag,
Mhm.
from all over the US and Canada. So it was a great experience for
Mhm.
sure. And
Okay.
yeah, I feel like I got a lot out of it.
Good, good. And now, who did you say was on season three?
Season 3 was Kylie Michaels.
Kylie. Okay. So
Yeah.
besides going home first, did Kylie and Dixie give you any much needed advice for this?
I mean, of course, they gave me a whole lot of what to expect, what to do, what not to do. So I guess I did have a little home field advantage, if you will, by being able to be like, okay, what should I take? What do I expect?
Yeah.
And mostly, I mean, most of the what word am I like? Oh, most of the advice that they were giving was like, bring snacks,
Bring
bring a
some.
mattress cover, make sure you have water shoes, make sure, like how to
Mhm.
survive in a camping environment.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. I'm glad that I listened, because that I always had candy was
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
was my favorite. I always, because I love a good snack,
Yeah,
and
of course you need
I
it.
was sweet tarts and nerds and Laffy Taffy. So that
Mhm.
was a good piece of advice. And
Yeah,
the mattress pad.
just
I had
bad.
a nice thick mattress pad.
Nice, nice. Now, is Camp Wannakiki your first television project?
It is.
Okay, okay. So, would you be open to doing more television in the future?
Oh, absolutely. I
Okay.
mean, I've been trying to tell people for years I'm meant for the screen, So
Yes.
I'm glad that they're listening now.
Now they're listening. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you hear that out TV? I'm ready for my spinoff.
yes.
Yeah.
So, the new season of Camp Wannakiki will premiere on July 11th on OUTtv, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect, perfect. Well, for those who are not really familiar with Lulu Krystals, what is she all about? How would you describe your style and aesthetic?
Man, I think I really embraced that like zany, crazy, like motherly auntie kind of figure, I really just like to really be over the top. And like I said earlier, I don't really take myself too seriously.
Yeah,
So um, I'd like to really create an environment where people can feel comfortable and kind of break out of that shell and do the same. So
for
yeah,
sure.
you can expect crazy, zany, and sometimes you don't really know what to expect.
That's
That's
always
how I
fun.
get them, right? Yeah, it's always
Always
a crapshoot.
yes, yes. And how did your journey with drag begin?
So, I started, I've always been really like in the arts, if you will. I did musical theater, show choir. I did color guard back in Ohio when I lived in Ohio. And so
Nice.
when I moved out here to Colorado, I lost a lot of that. And so I was missing my creative outlet,
Hmm.
if you will. And so one night I was at Hamburger Mary's and I got to experience like the drag show there at Hamburger Mary's in Denver. And it was just so amazing to like see the entertainers and them putting their art on stage. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. And so I met a couple drag entertainers and I got into a drag family, and it was history from there.
From there, awesome.
Yeah.
What is it about this art form that you personally love the most?
I think the thing I like the most is that it's different. It's you never really see the same thing twice.
Yeah.
And I think that's because it comes from a place that's so deep rooted within ourselves,
Yeah.
that being in drag and being on stage is an outlet, a vehicle to kind of really express yourself. Sometimes what people are maybe afraid to say in person, it's so much easier to say on a stage in drag through performance.
Yeah.
And so I think the performance art aspect of it's always different. Everyone always has a different voice, a different story to tell. I think that's the thing that I love the most is just how interesting it is always.
Definitely. And every drag community is special in its own way. What makes the Denver drag scene so unique and stand out, in your opinion?
Yeah, Denver is like such a powerhouse right now for drag, and it's so fun to see, and it's constantly growing. Denver, we're just so eclectic. We have every little piece of drag that you could possibly think of,
Mhm. Yeah.
and that's so cool. Um, yeah, I think that's, I mean, and not only and apart from the entertainment and performative aspect of it, we have designers, we have DJs, I mean, our art, we're very art centric, and we all are intertwined in the drag community as well. And so I think that's something very cool and very different that we don't always see in other communities. So
For sure, I agree, definitely. And in doing my research, you're also known for your signature pickles. Can you talk more about that?
yes. So I started Lulu's Pickles about 3 years ago, I think.
Okay.
It's just I've always loved pickles, right? It was like my Saturday morning cartoon snack. I would have my bowl of pickles, watching my cartoons. I drink the juice out of the jar. So it got to a point where I had like all these leftover cucumbers, and I was like, man, what do I do with these?
Mhm.
Like, I don't want to waste them. So I just started making my own pickles just for me.
Okay.
And then, all my friends were like, oh my gosh, these are so great. You should sell them. And I was like, what an awful idea. But then I did it, and really, people just there's just something to be said about a drag queen who makes pickles.
Definitely. You don't say that every day.
No, you really don't say that every day. And so now it's grown into this really great thing where I'm just continuing to grow the amount that I'm making, the amount that I'm selling, and hopefully we'll get some collaborations out there in the future. So
Yeah, definitely. So what kind of pickles do you make?
yeah, currently I make three different flavors. I do a garlic dill, I do a spicy garlic dill, so
Hmm,
it's like the same, but it's made with jalapenos and serranos.
okay.
Um, and then I do a bread and butter, which was our new flavor this year.
Ooh, I love a good bread and butter pickle.
Okay, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of bread and butter,
Really?
but this batch I cannot get enough of. I will eat the whole jar and I have to ration myself every night.
Yes.
Eat like two pickles and then I'm like, okay, that's it for today.
That's the gas stop.
Yeah. But yeah, so three flavors right now. I'm definitely looking, as if there's interest for it to expand on some more flavors, maybe some more items as well. Looking into pickled garlic
Okay.
specifically.
That'd be good. Yes, yes.
A lot of people are into that apparently. So
Garlic is amazing. I mean, seriously.
give the people what they want.
Exactly. Always give the people what they want.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm having so much fun with it. This year we introduced with our relaunch. Each flavor has a pickle character,
Okay.
which was something that was kind of just different and fun and campy. Yeah, so we have
Okay.
Daniel and Gilbert, who are our garlic dill couple. And then we have Spicy Susan, who is my spicy garlic dill. And then Barbara, she's our bread and butter gal.
Okay, Barbara, bread and butter. Okay, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Did you by chance have a booth at Denver Pride for this?
I didn't have a booth at Denver Pride. I actually set up at Jessica Lahore's merch booth at Hamburger Mary's
Okay.
on the day of Pride, and I was able to kind of take up a little bit of space in her merch booth.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I mean she's one of my great friends, and so it was special to not only be there and have that traffic from Hamburger Mary's in the Pride Parade, but to be at one of my good friends, my sister's booth was kind of cool too. So
For sure, definitely.
yeah,
Well, Lulu, what are some other future goals you hope to accomplish with your drag career and platform?
honestly, anything and everything that comes my way. I mean, drag is such a growing thing now. I mean, you see drag queens everywhere in
Yeah.
everything. Shampoo commercials, cheese commercial, whatever it is, like there are drag queens involved. And so I really want to expand into getting outside of normal like stage performances, really trying to be innovative with drag experiences. And so going on tour, doing cabaret kind of things would be something that would definitely be in my wheelhouse in the future. Um, yeah, so that's something that I want to look and get into more like live singing
I've seen.
as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
That's kind of like a crystals thing, if you will. The songbirds. So I'm looking into that. But yeah, just being everywhere, all over your TV screens and your internets and your everything.
All right, there you go. Then how can one stay up to date with you?
Yeah, so you can follow me on all of my social media platforms, Lulu Krystals with a K, Krystals. Follow me on all my socials. I'll always be posting updates, my monthly calendars, and then of course anything extra that we have going on. So
All right, perfect. Then before we wrap up, are there any other upcoming projects or anything else you would like to mention or plug at this time?
So other than our premiere weekend in Denver, which is happening on July 11th, so we have the full Camp Wannakiki season 6 cast coming out to Denver on July 11th, and they're all staying through the 14th. So we have a full weekend planned of a bunch of fun, amazing things, charity bingo, fundraisers, all kinds of stuff with the Camp Wannakiki season 6 cast. So that's something really cool to look out for. Also, I just got my acceptance to Austin International Drag Festival this year. So
Nice,
this will be
congratulations.
thank you so much. This will be my first time attending. So I'm very excited to join a group of just drag centric drag lovers. And
Yes,
make
yes.
some new friends and new connections. So yeah.
Awesome, fantastic.